And you'll notice I put Scott Foster and Carl Cheffers, two controversial referees, on this graphic, and I did that on purpose, obviously. Here is why I put them on there. Angel Reese, to say the least, has some spicy comments. She said this after the Chicago Sky got beat by the LA Sparks, by the Lynx. And by the way, the Sky took 8 free throws. The Lynx took 17. Oh my gosh, the world is ending. She said, quotes, "It's tough when you talk to officials." And I asked them, hey, we've only been to the free throw line twice up until the fourth quarter. And the referee then says, it's not her job. Listen, let me continue because it's not her job. So it's frustrating because I know how hard we are battling inside, and I think that we came down and fought as hard as we could with what we had. And I just know we continue to grow on this. First of all, she has no idea what she's talking about. The fact that her sentence ends so like without a point is really sad to me. Like, we're gonna play it like she says not her job and blah blah, and you just end like. So the ref was right because the referee is 1,000% correct. Angel Reese, it is your job to draw the fouls. The referee's job is to call the fouls. It's not her job to go in there. Her job is to call the game fairly and to enforce the rules. Dude, 17-8, and you're going to moan and complain like a that's loser mentality. I'm not calling Angel Reese a loser. Every athlete who does this has a loser mentality. It's just dumb. Let's move on to what Kelsey Plum said sometime this week. I think this is a leaping step for us, and obviously we know we can compete with the best, but the officiating has to be fixed. Oh, no, Angel Reese did say this. I don't give a dang if I get fined because that blank is cheap and I'm tired of this blank. I've been nice. I've been humble. Really? Wow. You've been nice and humble. So nice, so humble. But you go on this tirade after a 17-8 as if they shot 30 free throws. Dude, come on. Let's get to this quote by Kelsey Plum. I drive more than anyone in the league, so to shoot 6 free throws is blanking absurd. I got scratches on my face and on my body, and these guards on the other team get these ticky-tack fouls, and I'm sick of it. Blah, blah. Dude, shut up. Shut up. And this is not just me talking about women. Every sports athlete is doing this crap, okay? Here's the thing. Can we go and get in a courtroom with all these athletes and all these fans and all these referees? Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in that courtroom if this were to hypothetically happen. The referees are going to sit there in silence. The players are going to say, well, this, that, and the third, you guys don't call this, and you guys blah, blah, blah. And the only retort the judge will say, hey, players, do y'all also half the time try to flop? Oh, well, no. You're automatically stupid if you are going to, because I know these players put on a lie detector test, almost all of them flop. Does that help the referees? Honest to God, does that do more help or damage to referees trying to call a fair game? Again, we want just fair, even play. We don't want to hear from those referees. So I asked the players, why do you flop? Honest to God, and this goes to lacrosse athletes too. Do you think that it helps or more so hurts what they're trying to do? If there are, let's say 3 or 4 referees on the floor, and the referee closest to the play is looking at you when you're behind somebody, so their view is blocked by at somebody else, and you flop on the floor like a fish, and you think the referee can see that clearly? Or what? You know the answer to that. I asked the fans not the same question, but a similar question. Hey, sports fans, question, because I know this is true. 80% of the time is the reason you, like, when you blame the referees. I'm asking an honest question to fans if they want to listen. Do you say that for the team you're rooting for, or could it have been? I'm asking people to go to a lie detector test. This will never happen. But remember, we're in this hypothetical courtroom, and I'm supposed to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God, right? Were you rooting for the team that won? Like, are you hating on that team because the team you were rooting for lost? Like, I know, like, I'm a Colts fan, and sometimes when, the Chiefs play the Texans, yeah, I guess I might, lean more towards rooting for the Chiefs. But you will never find me blaming referees for anything. Okay? The majority of them don't care. The majority of them, and folks, I will say this because I think it provides important context. I was assaulted by 3 football referees at a semi-pro game, okay? Assaulted. At a game that I was supposed to be broadcasting. I have the pictures of me with a black eye and a swollen face and a swollen lip to prove it. I know how annoying those people can get. Believe me. It's not going to stop me from saying all referees suck. On this network, there's a guy named Andrew Romanella who does an excellent job on the Rome Show in the morning. He constantly complains about the referees. Constantly. Guys, it is a loser mentality. There are bad apples, as in any profession. There's people you're not going to like. There's people that are corrupt. It does not mean sports are rigged. It's almost impossible to do that. You want to know how I know? Because the WWE is blatantly rigged. Even though they admit it. It is very clear to tell, and I know maybe their acting sucks. Those guys, it's clear it's not rigged. Like, it's clear it's rigged. NFL, NBA, hockey, lacrosse, it's not rigged. And what bugs me, the reason I thank Angel Reese, because once again, the more sports fans and athletes that won't shut the heck up, the more it proves my points. Referees aren't the issue, folks. It's media, it's athletes, it's fans. And I feel sorry for 90% of these referees who actually don't care and want to just live a normal life and are good at what they do. Scott Foster, most games I watch, he's good at what he does. Yet you got morons who want to say differently. Why is that? Social media, media itself, athletes, fans, every sport. I'm talking NASCAR, I'm talking tennis, I'm talking cricket, I'm talking anything, pickleball. They moan and complain. And you expect me to think refs are the problem? So universally, across every human being, they're all wrong? It seems like they're not the problem. And maybe as a guy who didn't like Tom Brady for years and kind of flirted with the idea of the NFL being rigged, the more I thought about that, the more stupid it sounded. Like, dude, here's the issue with my Tom Brady stuff. I was a Peyton Manning fan. I hated the Patriots. I was like, oh, yeah, maybe that's why. Now, I still don't think he's the GOAT. And that's a hot take in itself. My point is, I can't just sit there and act like he didn't win those games, because he did. And for me to say, well, I think it's rigged because I was rooting for the other team, doesn't make any sense, does it? Again, I'm telling you from personal experience why this sounds stupid. I'm telling you, refs would attack me. I ain't going to blame them, though. The guy from 1980s in the NBA, he bet on games. Good for him, he got banned. Malik Beasley, we just talked about, a player, bet on games, probably going to get banned. John Tate Porter, Pete Rose was unbanned when he died. When leagues hear of collusion and corruption, they get rid of you. And you are never to be seen again. And Pete Rose is a lucky man now that he's dead, that they acknowledge he existed. They didn't let him do that when he was breathing. These leagues don't want that. Money can influence a lot of things. But if you think these players and refs, if you think all these referees, they suck at their job or they're betting on the games, it's loser mentality. It's also dumb. All right? It's dumb.